Welcome once again to Amrish Chheda's Success Masterclass. What they don't teach you at school, college, or work. In the last episode, we saw that the number one power that we have as human beings is the power of imagination. And we saw many examples of power of imagination applied in business to disrupt many industries. I also talked about the revolution at a show in Bangkok when I saw elephants paint, and I then realized 6 powers that we have as human beings that we need to invoke to really bring out the fullest potential that we have, that we are born with, that we can develop, that we can extract, and with which we can fulfill the purpose for which we came to this earth. Let's talk about the second power that we have as human beings, but in the journey and the humdrum of life, of daily routine and some setbacks and some failures, many give up exercising that power and give up on the chance or the opportunity to resurrect themselves and rise to greatness once again. The second power that we have as human beings is the power of self-belief. Believe in yourself first before you can make the others believe in you. Because if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect the world to believe in you? But the thing is that most people think that they have self-belief. What they think is self-belief. But I have a different perspective on this. Self-belief is something which you have when most other people say the opposite of that, and you keep believing in yourself and you keep doing the thing that you are set out to do. You keep pursuing your goal when the whole world, including your well-wishers, your closest people, believe that this is not to be. Believe that this is useless. Believe that this is waste of time. Believe that you don't have it in you to be able to do that. Believe that this ain't going to work. Believe that this cannot be done. Believe that nobody has done this before, so what makes you think that you can do it? So when the whole world doesn't believe in you or doesn't believe about something that you can or cannot do, but you believe otherwise, and you persist and you pursue, and you fail, and then you learn, and then you tweak your methods, but don't change your goals, and finally you figure out how to do it, and you do it, and then they clap, and then they marvel, and then they talk about you. That, ladies and gentlemen, is self-belief. Belief in yourself against all conventional wisdom. That is required if you really, really, truly want to achieve greatness. There are numerous examples you can cite as great examples of self-belief, and many of them could be around you. They could be from amongst your friends, your family, your acquaintances, your colleagues, people you know, people you have heard about, people you have read about. Amitabh Bachchan was once rejected at audition at All India Radio for the quality of his voice. He was told that it is too baritone for radio. And you know that one of the reasons for his stupendous success is his quality of voice and the ability to deliver dialogues and poetries on screen. After being in trouble with the company that he founded, ABCL, which almost launched him into bankruptcy, and when he was really, really deep down in trouble, in huge amount of financial debt, it was self-belief that sustained him. He did not give up. He went on, and finally the KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati, happened, and he never looked back thereafter. He completely turned around. Extremely trying circumstances when many would have given up. But he did not. Self-belief is what stayed with him and worked for him. Thomas Edison failed at so many attempts to create a light bulb, but he said that I never failed. Every single time it did not work, I just figured out how it is not going to happen until I figured out how to make it happen. Do you think it could have happened without self-belief? No way. Steve Jobs, even after being fired from his own company, didn't give up. He had self-belief. He founded a couple of other companies, made a couple of them extremely successful world leaders, and then was back in Apple. And he turned the fortunes of Apple around, and today Apple is one of the most profitable companies in the world, sitting on a stash of cash. I don't think you really need more examples for self-belief. It's just that you have to invoke the power of self-belief as a human being and develop a set of consistent beliefs, consistent with your purpose, consistent with your goals, consistent with your dreams, consistent with the value that you want to create and deliver to the world, so that the world can reward you with whatever you want. So power of self-belief on one hand, and power of faith on the other hand, is what you need to exercise often on your way to success and to bail you out through difficult times and circumstances. Power of faith. They say faith moves mountains. With faith, Hanumanji was able to move a mountain, and he was able to move the sea by writing Ram on stones. That's the story. Whether you believe in that story or not is not the question. The question is power of faith. Faith is something which you have about something which is unseen. You have faith in God. You haven't seen God, but still you have faith. You have faith in your success, super success. You haven't seen it yet, but you have faith. Faith comes to your rescue at extremely trying circumstances when everything else fails. Whatever you have set out to do, whatever you have planned, whatever actions you are taking is bearing no results or is bearing devastating results. Everything is going wrong for you. At that time, the power of faith can stay with you, can help you go on and on, along with the power of self-belief, and put you back to the path of success. By learning a lot from your failures, by learning a lot about the methods and the techniques to make it happen, by acquiring the skills and the knowledge, by creating associations, by partnering with people, by collaborating with people, you can figure out something which you are set out to do, even if it doesn't happen at first. But what if you don't have faith and you give in between? Then you're never going to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, therefore, the combined power of self-belief and faith is the power which we as human beings already have, but many leave it behind and stop exercising it anymore in their life, and especially during trying circumstances. That's when you need it the most. So let's make a resolve to invoke, to exercise, to develop, to cultivate, to rediscover, to bring back, to live by, to live with the power of self-belief and the power of faith. This and more powers in Amrish Chheda's Success Masterclass. What they don't teach you at school, college, or work. A weekly video series in the next episodes. Keep watching. Until then, goodbye.